Well, good morning. Welcome to today's morning meeting. Man, do we have a great topic for real estate agents to attract more business. Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single day to help you in growing your business. And been awful busy here this morning doing some other stuff. So I'm wearing some casual clothes. I need to cover this up because everything's a political statement or represents something or whatever these days. I see they are in the news again. But anyway, our topic today is how in the world do you attract more business using what I like to call frameworks? Now, I want you to write that term down. We've got a pretty elaborate training for you here. I want to show you exactly how frameworks will help you in attracting more buyers and sellers and give you some examples of that. Now, frameworks can be a system, a model, a predictable approach that you use. I like to use the term frameworks, but to have a outline or an outline of what you're trying to do on a consistent basis to consistently generate buyers and sellers. So the best example I can give you, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the frameworks that we provide for our agents here, but I want you to start thinking that way as you're building your real estate business. So a real good example for you is writing a book. Okay. Most real estate agents, they've always thought, man, I'd like to write a book one day about some individual topic. It might be real estate. It might be about one of your family members or one of your life experiences or something you've had. But everybody feels like they have a book in them. And they all think, I'm going to do it one day. I'm going to do it one day. Whenever I get the time, there's this stuff where some authors go up in the mountains and they stay in a cabin away from everything so they can really focus. But let me ask you a question. I want you to give me an honest answer on this. If you were writing a book, how long do you think it would take you to write a book? Be honest about this. Like, how long do you think the average person takes, or how long would it take you to write a book? Many of you know I'm a published author. I've written several books. I've got a couple on Amazon. I would check out The Profit Path for Real Estate Agents on Amazon. That would help you out tremendously. So I've done this, but I want to know, how long do you think it should take to write a book? I'm going to give you the answer here, but how long do you think it takes? I've heard people say a year. I've heard people say 6 months. I've heard people say 2 years. Here's the answer. Less than a half of a day. Now, listen to me. If you started today, you should be done by lunchtime. If you're using a framework. If you're using a framework, you can be done immediately. Now, if you're trying to, I don't know, what should I talk about? Well, I want to say that, I can't forget that. Let me make some notes on this. I got to make sure I tell them that, but I have to tell them this backstory first. You're confused in your mind, which is why you can't put it on paper, which is why the world doesn't experience it. The same is true for your real estate business. Let me give you an example. You and I are going to write a book right now. What we need is 12 note cards. Okay. That's all we need, 12 note cards. We're going to be done by lunchtime today. We need 12 note cards to write a book. Let's write a book on how homeowners can sell their home for more money. Random topic. There can be a better title, whatever, but that's what we're going to do it on. There's got to be 12 things that we really, really want to get across in this book. We really want to teach this so that they know we're the pro, we're the real estate agent they should go with. What are the 12 things we're going to write down? I'm going to write down why most homes are undersold. Okay. They're selling them for less than they should. Got that on one. Let's set that to the side. The one secret that keeps owners from netting more money. Okay. We got that one. Let's set that on the side. We're going to do that for 12 different topics, 12 things we really want to put in our book. The big high level things that we know are most important. Guess what? You just got your 12 chapters done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this one, why most homes are undersold. Lack of target marketing. Hiring a discount broker with no advertising budget. Okay, so we can put all those things in. I'm going to choose 5 things to really go deep on why most homes are undersold. I'm going to write down 5 things, okay? That's your subtitles. So chapter 1 is why most homes are undersold, and then subhead, paragraphs, subhead, paragraphs, subhead, paragraphs. We're done with chapter 1. Now we just got to write a couple paragraphs about each of these. That one's done. Let's go on to chapter 2. That's how you do it, by creating frameworks. Writing a book is not hard. You know what you want to teach, write it on a freaking piece of paper, get it in some type of order, and then finish it by putting in those paragraphs to honor those subheads, to give details on those subheads. That's how you write a book. It's done in a half a day. Now, I want you to realize that analogy I gave you of someone writing a book where they're thinking, oh, I want to say this, and I can't forget that, and I got all this running in my head, and I got to tell them this story, the backstory, before I can tell them what I want to tell them here. That's what's going on in your real estate business. That's what's going on with what you're publishing to the world and your marketing agenda now. How do you tell them about yourself? How do you tell them about what you do? How do you tell them how you're better than any other option? How do you show them that they can net more from utilizing you? You've got all this stuff in your head, but you don't have it organized. You don't have it in chapters and then subcategories. You don't have any of that in place. That is what's missing for most real estate agents. I'm sure that you will agree that when I said, how long does it take you to write a book? Ain't no way you said 4 hours. None. It's like asking somebody, how long is it going to take you to paint that pink room up there? About 6 months is how long it's going to take, because we're going to procrastinate forever. We don't have an organization. Well, I don't want to get stuff on the carpet. Let me put that off for a while. Oh, I need a drop cloth. Oh, well, I forgot. I'm going to need rollers. I don't want to do that because, well, now there's construction over there and it's going to be dusty. You're going to find all the reasons in the world. If you have frameworks to your real estate business, if you have frameworks to, here's how we bring in sellers, here's how we bring in buyers. As an example, the attorney approach that we use. Many of you know, if you're involved with our Inner Circle coaching, we have an attorney approach we use where divorce attorneys, family law attorneys, probate attorneys, IRS attorneys, immigration attorneys, small business attorneys, all of them are referring business to us because they meet clients who are in a need of selling their home. We have a framework in place for push this out. You get a Zoom meeting or a face-to-face meeting with them. You say these things. Here's how you follow up with them every month. So they start giving you business. That is a framework that you utilize. Our FSBO approach. Here's exactly how you find them. Here's exactly when you contact them. Here's the 3 questions you ask. Here's exactly what they're going to say. So you get an appointment face-to-face. When you get out to that appointment, you do this, 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 and this. That gets you to the kitchen table. Then you give your presentation. This is a framework that you use so you don't have all that clutter going on upstairs. So you don't have the, oh, I don't know what to do. I want to work on this, but I got this. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a CRM. Let me get on this webinar. Oh, let me check out this explainer video on something. Maybe I need this. Well, I heard that agent was doing this over here. What are you doing? Write the damn book. Get a framework together. How am I going to attract sellers? And what kind of sellers do I want to attract? Let's get a framework in place so you can make that happen. What kind of buyers am I looking for? How am I going to attract them? What is my offer? How is that superior to everyone else? And how do I present that to them? Get a framework in place so that you get a predictable outcome. This is what we do for everybody involved with Greg Luther Inner Circle Coaching. It's not about me. It's not about you learning something new. It's about you having a framework for operating your real estate business every day. When I do these things, I get these results. That's how it's set up. And I got to tell you, I don't care how long you've been alive. You've heard of a lot of published authors. You've thought of writing a book. You've had people tell you can ghostwrite, they'll do it. You can put your name on it. You can do all that stuff. Nobody's ever shown you how quick and easy it is. As a published author that sold hundreds of thousands of copies, nobody's ever shown you that a framework, if I wanted to write a book today, it would be done before I meet with you tomorrow. It would be done. I'd be sending it to the publisher, which also is a very simple and easy approach to do. But it's a framework you put in place. Everything you do in your real estate career, attracting buyers and sellers, hiring on team members, building a team, building a retirement for yourself, there should be a framework in place that when we do it this way, we get these results. Otherwise, you've got all this confusion going on in your head and kind of write apart a chapter, but then you didn't like that. You write this other chapter. Well, I'm going to try this for a while. Well, how long's the contract on this one? I'm not sure. I might want to do it, but I've had some bad experiences with other chapters. That's what's going on in your mind. There ain't yet going on for implementation with solid every single day. Implement this stuff, get the kind of results that you need. It's not happening because you're not using those frameworks. So a lot of times it's not about learning more. It's not about learning a new thing, or maybe that's what I want. So what do? You forget everything else you had going on in your mind because now you got another chapter that you're reading of somebody else's book that you're trying to fit into your book. If you're going to sell real estate, you need to have a proven system that you can implement these frameworks to generate revenue for yourself. For everybody that gets involved with us, you hear me say all the time, I'm always promoting that getfastclosings.com. Incidentally, that too is a framework. I send you there. I educate the hell out of you. You try a couple of things. You're like, oh my gosh, this thing's working. You sign up for Inner Circle Coaching. That then gives you all of the tools you need. You start closing more business. You then want to upgrade, buy other stuff, do all this other stuff because you're making money for once. You can actually make good decisions for your business. That is a framework designed to take a skeptical agent that, oh my gosh, this guy's trying to get them making money. And when they start making money, they stay forever. They are happy with where they're at. They start getting all their debts paid off, building a real net worth for themselves. There's a framework to making that happen. So every time I do one of these videos, I tell you, check out the description and the video description below here. There's a description down there that shows you some links. My encouragement is to get you to go there so I can force you to make money. That's why I want you to do it, because there's a framework that will allow you to do so if you'll stop holding yourself back. If you're still sitting there, you're trying to figure out, what am I going to do? How do I promote myself? Why did I lose that deal to someone else? How did I lose a deal in my own neighborhood? All of this stuff that's going on in your head, it's by design. It's because you didn't have a framework that you're implementing that you expect to get great results on a daily basis. Every single day, you get great results for yourself. If you don't have that in place, it happens by happenstance. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You got to take the good with the bad, and there's an awful lot of bad. You start thinking about, oh, does the interest rate matter for my business? Oh, the discount broker that's in town is what's hurting me. Oh, there's so much competition. There's thousands of agents. Let me tell you something. If 2,000 agents left today, you will sell 0 more houses next month. You think the reason they're not using you is because the others are beating your ads? You aren't running any. We need a framework. If you're not subscribed to this channel on YouTube, what are you subscribed to? Motivational shit? How's that worked out? I don't want you to subscribe to this channel. I don't want you to subscribe and ring the bell. I want you to go to the other ones and see, how long have I been here? Has it actually created a meaningful impact that's put money in my pocket? And if not, I want you to unsubscribe today so you can get your focus. You can get your blinders on and you can get a little more focused on making some money for yourself. Maybe it's time for you to unsubscribe from 4 other channels so you can turn that shit off and you can get focused on frameworks inside the real estate industry that can actually help. But I really like that guy. He's so bold. I'm vicariously living through him because the things that he says, shut up. Let's make some money. Let's focus on making you some money. Let's focus on you, not them. Let's not talk about what's going on in their life. Let's talk about what's going on in yours. If you get a real framework together for your real estate business, you're not going to struggle anymore. You've got to get inside that Inner Circle Coaching and get the stuff, but also here's important part, write this down. Use the stuff. You got to use it. I don't know if you know this or not, but buying a treadmill does not help your fat ass get any skinnier. You agree with that? It turns into a clothing hanger, right? Like it's a closet for us, right? You got to actually use it. They forget to tell you that when you're buying it. So anything that you utilize, you have to actually exercise that. You have to actually utilize it for profit. I want you to do that right now. If there's anything I can do, please let me help you out here. Don't subscribe today if you haven't subscribed. Don't subscribe to this channel. I want you to unsubscribe from some that you have been watching that are getting you nowhere. That, oh, feels really good. I love to watch this stuff. He's so bold. What the hell are you doing? Reading other people's books. It's time to write your own. It's time to write your marketing campaign that you will put out to attract buyers and sellers on a regular basis. Let's get started with chapter 1. Stop with all the ideas you got running on in your head. Let's get something on paper and let's get it published to the world. That's an analogy, of course. I don't want you to write an actual book. That's a bad idea. I'm sure you know what I mean by using that framework in your own business. Let's get you rocking in the right direction. I'm Greg Luther. Thanks so much for watching today. Got some cool topics I'll be covering this week. So hopefully you are subscribed here. You are making some money with the implementation of the tips that I'm giving you here. But I want to get in your mind, but I want to get in your action campaigns as well. I want to get you implementing so you make more money. That's my sole focus here. We'll talk to you soon, and bye-bye for now.